Hello, welcome back to the channel, it's JPA here, and in today's video I'm going to be discussing Rangers versus Stranraer from yesterday. I'll just get straight into this video, guys. So the match finished, Rangers 2, Stranraer 0. Goals come from Arfield and Defoe in each half. The game pretty much went the way I expected it to go. I genuinely thought we would have scored a couple more goals, to be honest. I knew that they were going to keep it tight. I knew they were going to be difficult to break down. But I did think that we'd have a little bit more quality. You could see there was a little bit of rust there in our performance. Now obviously if you look at this time last year, we didn't have the chance to play Cowdenbeath before we played Kilmarnock in that league match. And the rust was in that Kilmarnock game as well, after coming back from the winter break. So I think it's very important that we got off to a good start and a winning start coming back from this winter break. It's not the greatest of performance. I'll break a little bit down. I'm not going to go into too much detail about chance after chance, because pretty much we started off the first half and we just went straight at them. They set up very, very deep and they just never ever came out. I don't even think they had a shot on goal, to be honest, in the entire match. They had very limited possession, and the possession they did have was just getting it away, really. I mean, they really didn't create anything whatsoever. They didn't try to kind of look for passes and try and build anything. It was just constant defending, and playing that low block that gets mentioned quite a lot with these games. And the thing is, credit to them that they did well and they did what they had to do. They can't really come here and go gung ho like kind of like Celtic would probably do, or some of the European teams would do. They had to set their stall, but the weird thing for me is they didn't set out their stall any different to the likes of Hearts and Johnston and like Kilmarnock and stuff like that, who have played here in the past. It was pretty much backs to the wall, no really try to create anything. So there was not really any different for us in that respect. I did, as I say, expect to score a couple more goals. So it came in second half and you expected Rangers to kind of push on from there. But it was actually first maybe 5, possibly 10 minutes, they started having a little bit of go, started getting a little bit of possession in our half, didn't really create anything, and then they kind of dropped off again into their usual position, and it took us until 66 minutes to eventually get the second goal. Ball gets played through to Defoe, who makes a lovely little run inside, and he's just about to pull the trigger. It was probably one of his only chances that he had in the match to actually pull the trigger, without a defender in front of him, and there was a defender behind him, clipped him in the heel. Stonewall penalty. I don't care what anybody says. I've seen a couple of things on Twitter, Celtic fans saying, Rangers another penalty. If you look at it, it's a clear penalty, no doubts about it. And Jermaine Defoe stepped up, took it, hit to the keeper's right hand side, and it was a really comfortable penalty right into the corner. To put us 2-0 up, and to be honest, again, nothing much really happened in the game apart from a couple of half chances here and there. We continued to try and break them down, but it was very difficult. We tried a lot of one-touch, kind of 1-2s around the area, and it just didn't come off because there were just too many people in that box to break through, and it just kind of didn't come off for us. A lot of the times we're passing it right across the box, and then to the left to right, and that's kind of how the match went. And that's pretty much it. Late on, Barker had come on and had a great chance where he could have just squared that across to Kai Kennedy, who also came on it as a sub, and Barker just made an absolute hash of the pass, went straight to a Stranraer player, and they managed to clear it. So it finished 2-0. Not the greatest performance you'll ever see from Rangers, but it's job done. If you had said to me before the match we would score a couple of goals, give chances to a couple of young players, get a clean sheet and get into the next round, you can't really ask for any more. Obviously I did want another couple of goals, and when the game finished I kind of felt a little bit disappointed that we hadn't scored another couple of goals. But as I say, job done, and we go into the next round happy. Look at the players' performances. Foderingham had absolutely nothing to do all game. I think he could have sat in a deck chair, read a paper, and they still wouldn't have scored. young Patterson, Nathan Patterson on the right, was absolutely outstanding. I thought he was, spoiler alert, I thought he was man of the match. To be honest, I know Stephen Davis got it officially, but Patterson was constantly looking for the ball. He never shied away from it, even when he lost it a couple of times. In particular in the first half, he lost it, tried to do something silly, try to take a player on, and then straight back, won it back, and we were in possession and attack again. I thought he had a really good game. As I say, his delivery was really good as well. Into the box, there was a chance in the first half, actually two really good balls into Jermaine Defoe, who was slightly unlucky not to take them, and I thought he was excellent. Young Patterson, really good strong debut from him. Edmondson didn't put a foot wrong, didn't really have much to do in terms of tackling or even defending anything. Same with Katic, and they were allowed to stride forward and use their distribution pretty well. Halliday on the left, I thought, had a really poor game, didn't really offer us anything down that side. He was pretty much scared to go past his player, kept cutting inside and just passing it in field rather than actually take his man on and get across into the box. And same with Jones on that side. I thought he was really poor. He went off roughly about halfway through the second half, and to be honest, I actually forgot he was on the pitch. He just had no influence whatsoever on that side. The three in the middle, Jack, Davis and Aribo, I thought they controlled the game, controlled the midfield, were never in any danger of losing the ball, won it back when they needed to. The odd time that Stranraer did get the ball, we won it straight back. Scotty Arfield on the right hand side played really well, obviously took his goal well, linked up with Defoe quite well in that game. The good thing about having Arfield in there, he drifted in a little bit, which allowed Patterson to bomb on down that right hand side, and that right hand side was pretty much Patterson's all night long. Jermaine Defoe, great performance for him. He was unlucky not to score a couple more. As I said, the chance from that cross, he was just inches away from it. Took his penalty well. A lot of chances he had to kind of create half chances by himself by turning just on the edge of the box, but it was just too congested, and every time he tried to turn and shoot, there was a player in the way blocking it. So unlucky for Jermaine Defoe, but I generally feel like he had a good game. The subs came on. Kai Kennedy, the youngster, I thought he was absolutely outstanding. I'd have rather seen him start the game than Jones, as it turned out, because I thought Jones offered nothing, and Kennedy looked quite bright when he came on. I'd like to see more of him, to be honest. I thought he was really good. Other two subs weren't that flattering, to be honest. I'll talk about Ojo first. Ojo came on for Defoe and was meant to be playing up front. Kept dropping too deep, kept pulling wide, and it just didn't really work for Ojo, to be honest. Had a couple of decent efforts, and that's really it, to be honest. Barker came on and he was absolutely useless. I honestly don't like to slate players who are in a Rangers shirt, but I honestly think his time's up. He's offering very, very little over the last couple of games, and I don't know what it is about him. I don't think he's up to the quality of Rangers. And he had that chance towards the end where he could have either hit the shot from an angle, or, as I say, cross it across the box. It was a simple pass, and he seemed to mess that up. Didn't offer anything. Really displeased with that. So to sum up, not the greatest performance. It was a little bit boring, as Stephen Gerrard has said, but we'll take it. We're into the next round and happy with that. So that's the match reaction done. Thank you very much for watching. As I say, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Thank you to the new couple of subscribers I've got. I hope you're watching this video. Thank you very much for subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers, guys.